She done it on purpose, man. I haven't seen her for 8 years, or my daughter. And the systems let her think it's okay to look at me. She looked at me like this. A few people in these last couple of years have looked at me like that. When people look at me like that, basically that means you're a pig, or fuck you, basically. You know what I mean? When you look at someone like that up and down, to me, that's what that means. That means that you fuck, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So people let her think that it's okay to walk away from me after she's been gone with my baby, with my daughter, and just took off. And I didn't know where they were for 8 years. People have let her think it's okay to ignore me and just keep walking the other way. I realize now this is what happened. It was all orchestrated like that. So basically they were trying to let her make me feel like I don't want nothing to do with you. This and that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And after you've been gone for so long, it was nothing personal to do with her. It's about my daughter, you know, to see my daughter. Now people have made it about her, and they've come up with all these other things. Anyway, that was very sad. I was very saddened about that. When I found out that she actually done that on purpose, broke my heart, man. Because that means everybody else that has been bullying me and making a fool of me, she's one of them. So they all standing on the same side, bullying me. You understand? So my friends that made a fool of me and are bullying me are standing on the same side with my ex-missus that's bullying me, and they friends. And my daughter's there with them. You know what I'm saying? They all standing on the same side bullying me. How would you feel? When I found that out last year, 2017, I was shattered. To know that all these years, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, those 5 years, that people told you to do that on purpose. They've taken away my jobs, my future, my kids' future, investments as well. They've invaded my privacy. They've taken my kid now away from me as well. They're making me wait on everything. This is just, I'm just halfway through the year 2013. You understand? It's powerful stuff, man. That's all against me. I haven't even done anything wrong to anybody. So she done it on purpose, just looked me up and down and left. I still thought to myself, oh, well, at least now I know how she really feels. Little did I know that because of the reason I told you before, what happened with me and Mervy, about mistakenly putting it in a butt. This is the story that everybody has hooked onto because of Hailey and photos, dirty photos. Now obviously they've spoken with my ex-missus. Now she's needed to give them a reason why my daughter's been out of my life for so long and why she hasn't done anything about it. So now she's basically told him that, so now the system is looking at me as a rapist because of what happened with me and her. And all these years until last year, I've never ever thought of that situation. I never ever thought in my head of that situation being the cause of why you left. Because the last time I saw Mervy, I was going to pick up my daughter to babysit her for the night, and we had an argument about child support. And she didn't want to sign a receipt booklet for $120. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever, we'll just let the courts deal with it then. And we never saw each other again for 8 years. If I knew she's going to run away with my daughter, I wouldn't have fought with her. I wouldn't have jeopardized me losing my daughter for so long. If I knew she would just run away and disappear, oh, man, Then the courts were no good to me because I didn't have an address to lodge my papers to see my daughter. So I was stuffed. I didn't think she's going to disappear. She moved house, her mother moved house, they were all gone. Okay, then, yeah, so I was very upset when I found out that she had walked away on purpose again. It's hard for me to get past this part because I'm just that flabbergasted. I just can't believe it. That everybody is grouped together. That's my daughter. And pushed me out and made it okay. Yeah, I was working in Port Hedland with TRANSFIELD. And Tom Brown was one of my supervisors there. Nice bloke. And he was telling me he had a water truck on Gorgon and that kind of stuff. Now, little did I know, I think the water truck he was talking about, I think he was relating to drugs. You know, and people that shoot up drugs and they mix water with it and that kind of stuff. And drinking plenty of water. People are all being smart asses in my life. They were all being sarcastic pricks. I didn't know that. Since 2011. Anyway, someone broke into my caravan. The system, people know who broke into my caravan. This happened while I was away at work. Now, I went to ANZ Bank down here in Cannington. Some white guy. Funny coincidence, my ex-wife used to work at ANZ. I'll tell you another story about ANZ. In 2011, when I went away to work for BULLIED and Co. up in Karratha. Now my wife has been working at ANZ Bank, right? Now the system's onto me because of Haley and all these photos I've got. So in 2011, I told you before, when I went to work in Karratha, this job was orchestrated for me by the system. Because they looked at me and they saw my child support record. Now I owed about $20,000 apparently in child support. So now I realize what they've done. Because the system and women, they don't like me now because of what's happened. So they figured the quickest way to get the child support money that I owe Mervy back is to get me a job. Now, where I can get her money back quick. Now this job, I didn't have to pay tax, it was ABN. So how did child support know that I'm working when they called me up? They called me up at that job. One day I was going to take money out of my account. They stung me for $16,000. Bang, just out of my bank account. This is what happened at that job. In 2011, I was saving up to do my cortina before that. I had to move house. This is my cortina that I got off David. I've always wanted to do it up. So I had to move from Rockingham to Mandurah, buy the caravan. It cost me $10,000. So I fell back on doing my car up. Now things happened with me and Haley. Haley fell pregnant. The systems got onto me because they think basically that I raped Haley or took advantage of her. At this time, they know that I owe child support $16,000. So what happened was, now, they took that $16,000 out of my account. So again, because I was excited, I'm going to do up my cortina now for the second time. Again, they stripped me. $16,000 gone, just out of my account. And they said to me, we're not going to take $20,000 out if you pay it all now. We'll just take $16,000. They were acting like they're giving me a choice. On top of that, at the same job, Haley calls me up and goes, you're a father. You know what I mean? So I just got news that I'm a father. I just got news that they're taking $16,000 off me. I can't do up my cortina again. Before that, I had to move. It cost me $10,000. I lost out on doing my cortina. But now, see, these are the things that were happening in my life. But anyway, the point of the story is, child support and the system, they took that $16,000 off me. They didn't care about why I haven't seen my daughter or where my daughter's been. And I asked them, what are you going to do about that? And I was so pissed off because I couldn't put that money into an account for my daughter. They gave it straight to her mother. And I thought that was very unfair. I haven't seen my daughter for 8 years. I don't even know where they... By 2011, it's 6 years. I haven't seen my daughter for... I don't even have a clue where they are. Child support took that money. That money was me getting on with my life while she's kidnapped my daughter and been gone. You know what I'm saying? And coincidentally, she works at ANZ and I was banking with ANZ. So maybe she saw the money going into my bank account and figured, oh, I owe child support. Maybe she'll call child support or the system. But anyway, the system done it all for them. So everybody's denied my progress in life. I didn't even realize they've been clamping down on me and taking from me. I'm supposed to be flying high now, good jobs and this and that, everything. You know what I'm saying? Single guy living the life. The system's got me. I'm a product of the system now, sincerely. Anyway, I went to Cannington ANZ down here. Young white guy in there. He says to me, oh, he was being a smart ass. I didn't know at the time. I found out last year. Like the redhead that tut-tut, she said, calling me a dog. This guy, yeah. He says, oh yeah, we're going to have to close your account, Mr. Allan. And I said, why? Because your account conduct hasn't been that good. And I was like, and he was being quite arrogant about it, you know, and I thought, how has my account conduct not been no good? You know what I mean? If I don't have money to put in my account, then I don't have money to put in it. And he's like, blah, 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 this and that. So I said to him, you know what, fucking close my both accounts. So I closed my accounts and I said, stuff you. I went to go bank with them, Commonwealth. But what that guy said to me, your account conduct was no good. What he said to me was, you're a cunt. Conduct is no good. People are telling him to say this to me. He's calling me a cunt. You're a cunt. Conduct is no good. People were telling him to call me a cunt and treat me and bully me. This is the system's got him doing that to me. I'm innocently just going about my business. So he was calling me a cunt. And that's why he was being a little, he's oppressing me, being oppressive, you know, coming with a bit of an attitude like he's the boss. I couldn't believe it. Flabbergasted. Calling me a cunt. You're a cunt conduct. People are telling him to say this to me. Okay. I moved my stuff from the caravan. Me and Byron saw Craig Hector again. At one time, Baden helped me move my stuff from the caravan. Because he was selling rock. Nothing too serious. Have a smoke now and again and that's it. Go to work, have a smoke, take the dog for a walk. Just chilling and cruising. I don't know, I think of sometimes people, yeah, that they're like, ooh, whatever. But anyway. Rudy came down from Sydney to stay with Mum, myself and Noel. We went to Morley, what is it? Not Galleria. I forget what it's called. But Rudy met Nick. I took Rudy to meet Nick one time when we got some gear off him. He's like, oh yeah, how you going, man? Cool, yeah, no worries. Anyway, Rudy was down. Rudy, Noel and Ken and myself, we went out one time, yeah, to Pot Black. And Rudy was drunk and he was acting up a bit, you know. And I could see the look in his eyes, like he's past that point of reasoning, basically, you know. I know Rudy pretty well. I know when he acts a certain way. And Ken, they were all drunk, and Ken, he had on the anyway, we came home. Now we're looking for somewhere else to go. I think it was a Thursday night. So we dropped Ken home and all that kind of stuff. He was just being a drunk, stupid ass. And then me, Rudy and Noel went to Cheers in Vic Park. It was like the only place open. And Rudy looked like something's bugging Rudy, you know. He's like standing there and he's looking at me a bit strange. It looks like he wants to fight me, you know. It's like he's making me feel swat now. There's a big bouncer over there. And I don't know, man. It looks like something's bugging Rudy, you know. I'm just mellowed out and stuff like that. I'm not drinking this time because I stopped drinking. So now I'm hanging out with guys that are drinking and stuff. New for me. So he's acting a bit strange, you know. The bouncer's there. He seems a little agitated. Noel's there. Anyway, nothing was open and we were all whining about, yeah, there's nothing open, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know. Then we came home, went to the underground caravan park. Not underground caravan park, to the underground car park, sorry. Hey, Rudy's in the back like this. No, I don't want to get out. Carrying on. Carrying on for himself in the car. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with you, man? Something's bugging him. And now I realize it's the system with their technology. What they do is they put a frequency in your head. They put a frequency in your head. It makes you feel anxious and hyped up. It makes you want to do things, but there's nothing to do. People basically make you mimic a druggie hanging out for drugs. You're agitated, you want to do something, but you don't know what to do. There's nothing to do. People mimic this behavior with technology. Rudy was under the influence of their technology. Because I know Rudy. Rudy doesn't carry on like a stupid baby. Idiot for no reason at all. He's been a grown man staying on his own for a long time. All of a sudden he's in the car carrying on like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So I finally got him out of the car. And then Noel's gone there, he's by the security gate. Now Rudy turns and he looks at me like this. And I looked at Rudy and it looks like he thought I said something to him. You know, he looked at me like I said something to him, like he turned and went, I was just, oh, what can he say? I thought he's going to punch me because he wants to hit me now. He's carrying on, he's mild. I don't even think he knows why he's mild. People are messing with his head. The same technology that they mess with my head with. They were talking to him or they were making him mild with the technology and the frequencies. And in the back of their mind, they say it's the technology they use. They can speak in the back of your mind. It'll sound like someone's over there saying something to you. Huh? Yeah, bro, it's the technology they use. They make you think you're going stupid, man. So Rudy turned and he's like, he looks like he wants to hit me, and Noel's like, hey, what are you doing? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Rudy walked out to the door, pushed Noel over, Noel fell on the ground. Hey, that was just how I got mild with Rudy. I've never hit Rudy before in my life. I couldn't do that to my brothers, you know. But that you kind of crossed the line there for me because, hey, Noel's on the floor now. I thought he's knocked out unconscious. I thought, Allan, you know, fucking cracked his head on the ground, fucking dying there. And anyway, I went there, hey, fucking, you know, me and Rudy went at it. I gave him a couple of shots, bang, bang, bang. Threw him into the concrete, you know. I saw red because of what I saw him do to Noel. Anyway, Rudy ended up running away, kicked him down. Thankfully, because I didn't want to beat him up or something like that. So, yeah. And he disappeared for the night. I actually went to look for Rudy after that because I didn't want him to spend the night out on the streets in that state of mind. Because there's a potential for a lot of things to go wrong. Next thing you know, people are dying, people are dead. Anyway, so I went looking for him, I couldn't find him. But now I know what was bugging him that night. It's the same thing that people do to me. Anyway, he came back a day later or 2 days or whatever. Now, Chanelle came over with her boyfriend. And we went to their house in Huntingdale and stuff, hung out for a bit. Rudy hung out with them for a while. Rudy was hanging out with them for a while. We hadn't seen Chanelle for ages. She came over with her baby and her mans. The Aboriginal guy, I thought it was quite comical because he was carrying around like a book like this with all these cutouts of a newspaper showing us what a superstar he used to be. I was like, oh yeah, cool, man, you know. I just thought it was comical.